Andrew Bell, Senior VP of Hardware Engineering at Nvidia, dropped a line in a February interview with Ars Technica that has half the internet refreshing their feeds. Quote, "We talk about it all the time. I'd love to." He was talking about the successor to the Shield TV Pro, a Shield Pro 2. So here's the question on everyone's mind. Do you buy the current Shield Pro? Do you go with the Apple TV 4K? Do you grab a Fire TV 4K Max instead? Or do you sit on your hands and wait for the Pro 2? Today, I'm putting the 3 best streaming boxes you can buy in May 2026 head-to-head with real specs, real prices, and the actual story on that rumor. And at the end of this video, I'll give you the verdict. No marketing fluff, no coddling. Let's get into it. 3 contenders in the ring today. I'll introduce them cheapest to most expensive so you can place each one in context. First up, the budget king. The Amazon Fire TV Stick 4 K Max 2nd generation launched September 2023. Price on Amazon right now, $59.99. It's not a box, it's an HDM. I stick with everything stuffed inside. That matters for thermals and for ports. You'll see why in a minute. Number 2, the Apple TV 4K 3rd generation, released October 2022 and refreshed in 2024. Amazon pricing, $129 for the 64-gig Wi-Fi only model, $149 for the 128-gig version with Ethernet, small premium box. Tight integration with the Apple ecosystem. And one detail almost nobody talks about that we're going to dig into. No USB ports, none. 0. Number 3, the one half of you have been asking for in the comments for months. The Nvidia Shield TV Pro, the 2019 model. Yes, that one. 7 years on the market with no successor, and it still holds at $199.99 on Amazon. This is the cult favorite of the streaming box world, the one that just keeps showing up in 2026 best of comparisons. Let's see why. Round 1, hardware and CPU. Each one plays in a different league. The Fire TV 4K Max runs a mid-tier mobile processor with 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of storage. Efficient, cheap, weakest of the 3 on raw horsepower. Streaming only, plenty. Serious cloud gaming, you'll feel the ceiling. The Apple TV 4K flexes Apple's CPU muscle. It packs the same chip that powered a flagship iPhone a few years back. 4 gigs of RAM, 64 or 128 gigs of storage depending on the model. Pure horsepower, fastest of the 3, no debate. Wipes the floor with the other 2 in any synthetic benchmark. And here's the awkward one. The Nvidia Shield TV Pro runs an Nvidia chip from 2019. Yes, 7 years ago. 3 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of storage, and 2 full-size USB 3.0 ports. On paper, ancient. In practice, 7 years later, it's still faster than the Fire TV at app launches, navigation, and multitasking. And it goes toe-to-toe with the Apple TV in real-world use. Why? Because Nvidia built this chip for heavy software loads, squeezed every drop of performance out of it, and they're still pushing Android TV 12 updates today. Round 1 verdict. Raw CPU power, Apple TV wins. Balance of horsepower, storage, and physical ports, Shield Pro wins. Price, Fire TV wins by a mile. Each one's playing their own game. Round 2, codecs and formats. There's a surprise here. For all 3 models, easy part first, Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, the 2 flagship technologies for cinematic picture and sound. All 3 support them, no caveats. All 3 deliver the full color information to your TV and the full surround audio to your soundbar or receiver. Tie game. And now the codec of the moment. It's called AV1. What is it? Quick translation. It's the modern video compression format that Netflix, YouTube, and basically every major streaming platform has been rolling out for the past couple of years. It compresses better, takes up less bandwidth, and requires a chip built to decode it. If your box can read it natively, everything is buttery smooth. If it can't, it tries to brute force it in software and you feel the strain. The Fire TV 4 K Max reads it natively. Hardware level AV1 support from day one. The Apple TV 4 K, same story. Both are set for the next 5 years of streaming without breaking a sweat. And here comes the pain point for Shield fans. The Nvidia Shield TV Pro does not have hardware AV1 decoding. The chip is from 2019, predates the trend. There are software workarounds through Plex or Kodi, but when you push high bitrate files through it, you can feel the stutter. This is the Shield Pro's biggest unanswered question in 2026, and it would be the very first thing anyone asking for a Shield Pro 2 would demand fixed. But there's another battle nobody talks about: lossless audio. Quick breakdown: when you watch a high-quality Blu-ray rip, the audio is encoded in a premium format. The technical name is DTS-HD Master Audio for the audio files in the room. The point is, it's as faithful as it gets to the original cinema mix. The Shield TV Pro passes it through to your AV receiver untouched. The Apple TV does not. Apple re-encodes it internally, and you lose detail along the way. The Fire TV is hit or miss depending on which app you use. Round 2 verdict: Apple and Fire TV win on AV1, which is the same as saying they win on modern streaming. Shield Pro wins on lossless audio pass-through, which is the same as saying it wins on serious home theater. Translation: if your life is Netflix, Disney Plus, and YouTube, AV1 is all that matters, and Shield Pro loses here. If your life is your personal movie library played through a real AV receiver, Shield Pro is still the only serious answer. Round 3. This is the one that decides the showdown for more than half of you watching. Local playback of heavy 4K files from USB drives or external hard drives. Let's get to the facts. As I covered in the top 5 4K streaming box video back in April, the #1 pain point for this channel's audience is exactly this: playing a 4K HDR movie with an 80 to 100 megabit bitrate from an external drive without stuttering. And here, the three are wildly different. The Apple TV 4K, straight up, has no USB port. None. No USB-A, no USB-C, no micro SD. If you want to play a movie from your external drive, you have to push it through a server app like Infuse or VLC over Wi-Fi, connecting to a NAS or another networked device. It is not buy the box and plug in your drive. It is set up an infrastructure. For a lot of viewers, this alone disqualifies the Apple TV. It is only fair to say it out loud. The Fire TV 4K Max is a stick, no standard USB port. It uses a micro USB for power. There is an OTG adapter that splits power and data, sure, but you are now capped at USB 2.0 speeds, and the bus cannot push enough juice for hungry mechanical hard drives. For a basic flash drive, fine. For a 2 terabyte external HDD packed with 4K rips, forget it, or you are entering DIY mode. The Nvidia Shield TV Pro, 2 full-size USB 3.0 ports on the side, plug in a mechanical hard drive, a USB SSD, a flash drive, a controller, whatever you want, and it just works. Official spec confirmed by Nvidia. Local playback with Plex or Kodi on the Shield Pro is legendary precisely for this reason. High bitrate 4K rips do not even make it flinch because the bottleneck is not the chip, it is the USB speed. And the Shield has real USB 3.0, no contest here. For serious local playback from USB or external HDD, the Shield Pro destroys the competition. Apple TV does not even play. Fire TV plays half-heartedly. Clear point for Shield Pro on this round. And for a huge chunk of you, this round alone wins the entire comparison. Round 4. Ecosystem and software. Short, but it matters. Apple TV 4K runs tvOS. Cleanest interface on the market. 0 ads. AirPlay support to push content from your iPhone or iPad with one tap. HomeKit integration. Apple. Arcade is decent. If your entire household runs on Apple, the Apple TV is the smoothest. If you are not deep in the Apple ecosystem, half of that value evaporates. The Fire TV 4K Max runs Fire OS. It is basically a custom Android skin built to sell you stuff on Amazon. The home screen is loaded with sponsored recommendations. Heavy Alexa integration. Tight Prime video coupling. If you are already living the Amazon lifestyle, it fits like a glove. If you are not, it can feel cluttered. The Nvidia Shield TV Pro runs Android TV 12, clean, open Google Cast support, Google TV recommendations, and compatibility with basically every app on the Play Store. Plex media server built in, meaning the Shield itself can act as a media server for other devices in the house. Serious cloud gaming with GeForce Now at 4K 60 frames per second, HDR. Recognizes Xbox and PlayStation controllers over Bluetooth out of the box. If you want maximum flexibility and compatibility, no other box in this comparison touches it. Verdict: Apple for Apple users, Fire TV for Amazon households, Shield Pro for the tech-savvy, demanding, omnivorous user. No surprises. Let me recap the scoreboard. Apple TV wins on raw CPU and on clean closed ecosystem polish. Fire TV wins on price and on AV1 hardware decoding. Shield Pro wins on useful hardware, lossless audio pass-through, and most importantly, local playback. Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos are a tie. So who wins? Here it is, unvarnished. If you only watch Netflix, Disney+, HBO Max, YouTube, and nothing else, and your budget is tight, grab the Fire TV 4K Max. $60 well spent. Done. If you are an Apple loyalist with an iPhone, an iPad, and a Mac, and you want the ecosystem to just work without thinking about it, the Apple TV 4K is your pick. Overpriced for what you get in raw power, but you are buying the seamless integration. If you play local files seriously, you have a Blu-ray rip collection, you care about lossless audio, and you want a box that is still going to be updated 5 years from now. The Nvidia Shield TV Pro is, in May 2026, still the king of the streaming box throne for the technical user. And here is the uncomfortable kicker. It has been the king for 7 years, and nothing has dethroned it. And now I answer the promise from Minute Zero. Do you buy the Shield Pro today, or do you wait for the Pro 2? Here is what is officially public. Andrew Bell, Senior VP of Hardware Engineering at Nvidia, told Ars Technica in February of this year, direct quote, "We talk about it all the time. I'd love to." He also said Nvidia has no plans to stop producing or updating the current Shield model, and that software support is guaranteed through at least 2027. That is confirmed. What is not confirmed are the rumors. They are pointing at a chip called T239, the same chip in the Nintendo Switch 2 with hardware AV1, Wi-Fi 7, HDMI 2.1, and new Dolby Vision profiles. Modern hardware, but again, rumors. No official announcement, and if you look at Nvidia's historical release cadence, the original Shield launched in 2015, the Pro in 2017, the current model in 2019. 4 years between generations plus another year or two of extra delay given the current chip market. Pointing at a realistic Pro 2 launch somewhere between 2027 and 2028 is not pessimism, it is just math on public data. Here is my honest take, and this is what actually makes this channel different. If your current Shield Pro is still humming along, wait. There is zero reason to dump money on another identical Shield Pro if yours is working. If you do not have a streaming box yet and you need one now, do not sit on your hands waiting for something that might not even land this year. Buy whatever fits your profile. I already broke down the verdict above. The difference between actually enjoying your home theater for the next 24 months versus staring at the ceiling waiting is real. And if you are about to buy a new Shield Pro today, knowing the Pro 2 might land in 12 to 24 months, just accept that meanwhile, you are holding the most technically complete streaming box on the market for local playback. That is not a bad buy. That is an honest buy for a technical user. That is it. If you enjoyed the Showdown format, smash the like, hit subscribe, and drop your use case in the comments so I can answer you personally. If you are on a really tight budget and want a sub $50 alternative, check out the Owen 4K Pro from Walmart. Did not cover it today, but it deserves a fair mention. And when the Shield Pro 2 finally lands, whether that is 2027 or whenever, I promise a dedicated video on day one. Catch you in the next one. Take it easy.